It is May 31st and I was in the yard this morning and I did a little bit of weeding. I cut this shrub back because really it just gets in the way, and with the weather it just kind of bows down and it's just in the way. I should have never planted it there. I may end up cutting it right back, I don't know yet. But it's something to walk around, I guess. So now I'm looking at 7 hives. This is the original queen in here. That's the original queen from the weak hive, which is now strong, super strong. Hopefully they're making a queen. Hopefully they're making a queen. Hopefully they're making a queen. And hopefully they're making a queen. And that is a swarm that I picked up yesterday morning. It took me a couple of days to kind of get them into the box and so they'd stay there. I didn't find the queen, but I'm hoping that she's in there. I did, however, find some comb that was drone comb, and it had multiple eggs in every cell, which makes me think maybe it's a laying worker, but it could also be a new queen that's just not really, you know, laying a good pattern yet. She's figuring stuff out. Possible, I don't know. I'm going to leave those for a while though, probably till next weekend before I open them up. I've given them all new frames and some honey, and I gave them some food on top, and they have some open comb, so they've got everything they need to start, you know, making their colony strong should they have a queen. If they haven't got a queen, then they're going to need either a replacement queen or some eggs to make it their own queen. But it's already June. The year's moving along quite fast, so we'll have to see how we go. I'm not worried about making honey from them. I just wanted to save them from being in the tree. They had comb in the tree. They intended on staying there, but they would have never survived the year, or the winter at least, because in southern Ontario our winters get very cold. Up in the tree they were exposed to all the weather, so they would have never made it through the winter. So what I want to do today is, let's think about this. I want to get into a couple of hives, this one and this one at the back, possibly this one at the front. But I've got to take it easy because my camera was overheating when I did too much work with it the other day. So probably what I'll do is I'll inspect one, give the camera a break to cool down, and then move on. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to get into this hive, the one under the oak tree, because I'm not sure what's going on there. So let's check them out. All right, so this is hive, we'll call it number 3 because it's the third one along the back. The last time I looked in here would have been last weekend, and I know that they didn't have a queen. I have an entrance reducer on, and I wouldn't say that they were particularly, you know, strong coming out of that entrance. There's a continuous flow of bees coming out the front, but none on the lid. A couple of spiders on the lid, but no bees on the lid. Yeah, there's bees in here. You're in the shade, so I'm not quite sure how good the view's going to be, but with any luck the camera won't overheat like it did the other day. So just going to crack the lid, blow some smoke in the hive. And see if I can get this cover off. Doesn't want to come off. It's stuck on there pretty good with propolis. Okay, so right, so there's bees on the lid. Queen's not on the lid. I'm going to put this to one side. The bees are still not coming out of the front entrance, so that's interesting. Not very strong, maybe. Maybe they only need one box. Let's take a look. No bees, no bees, no bees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames of bees. So there are bees up here, but I wouldn't say it's a lot of bees up the top here. I'm almost tempted just to go straight to the bottom box, but we'll see. This is comb that they've been making out. They've been drawing out nicely. Going to put that to the side. And the same for the next frame. So they are drawing the comb out, because that wasn't, pretty sure that wasn't drawn out when I put it in there, although there's not too many bees on it right now, which is interesting. Not sure what that is. No bees on those two frames, maybe just a couple. So, oh boy, there's not many bees in here at all. So I don't know, maybe I should, we'll see. Let's see how we go. I was just watching a fella in England right now, and he was having a situation with a hive that was not doing so great. Like, I mean, there's honey and nectar and pollen, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot if there's no queen in here. So I had given them queen cells, I believe I did. Pretty sure I would have done. But so far this year I haven't had much luck with queens. I haven't seen a newly mated queen yet in my hives. Again, lots of pollen and nectar. There's a queen cell there in the middle of the frame, but it's got nothing in it. And the next frame is honey. They're coming out now to greet me. Oh yeah, they are. Just honey. Nice frame of honey there, actually. Likely frames from last year. This is not stuff that they've drawn out themselves this year. I mean, they're completing the, they're finishing them up. They're bringing nectar in to finish this frame. And the same on this side. They're finishing the comb and filling the open cells with nectar. I don't see any drone comb between the boxes. So, it's not good. If there was a queen in here, I would expect to see that. I might have to knock these down to one box. Maybe even combine them with one of the other hives. So what I'm going to do actually is, for now, I have those two frames of newly drawn comb. I'll put one each side, and it wouldn't surprise me if I've only got 9 frames in here, because I seem to do that quite a lot, even though I should have, there's 10 frames. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10 frames in here. Quite often I have boxes with 9 frames on. That's good for a honey box. Not necessarily good for a brood box though. That's actually pretty heavy. Cool. Yeah. Now down here, that's not good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they've got too much space. Definitely got too much space. Nothing happening there. Or the next two. Nothing happening on either of those two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these girls are queenless. There's nothing happening. Very light frame. There is brood on this frame. This is quite likely the frame that I gave them that had queen cells on it. Hang on, what do we see here? Okay, so here we have an emerged queen cell. So there's a good chance that there is a queen running around in here. So let's look. Let's see if we can find the queen that emerged. Now that we know that a queen did in fact emerge, the question is, can we find her? Maybe we're not a lost cause after all. So there is bees on these frames here. There's a cluster here. So it's possible these two outer frames don't really have a whole lot going on. But if I can find a queen in this box, then I can reduce them down to one box and reduce them down to one box and then give them all the resources in the one box rather than trying to spread it out in two boxes. There's a few beetles, not many. There's one here somewhere. Oh, it just jumped in the box. I'm just looking for this queen. I don't see eggs. But she would be running away from me, likely, so she could have moved over a frame. There's a few drones here as well. There's a couple of drones there, a drone there. So it's possible that we have a queen in here. Certainly one emerged in this box. But they have too much space, so I am going to reduce them for sure. Full frame of pollen. And some brood on this side. I'm not seeing any eggs though. I'm just looking for that queen. Come on, girl, where are you? Yeah, I don't think she's on this frame. Okay, let's try the next frame. If she's not on this next frame, then we've either missed her I actually marked these two frames as having queen cells on them when I put them in. I am not seeing a queen. Okay, so what I might actually do is give these girls a frame from one of the other hives that has eggs on it. That way, if they need eggs to make a queen, they can. And if they don't, then they can just carry on as they were. But I'm taking those 4 frames out that they haven't drawn, and I will give them everything they need. There's actually a frame here. She could be uneven. Although I doubt it. It's an outside frame with honey and nectar, but lots of open comb on it. Lots of open comb. Okay, I'm not seeing a queen, so let's not worry too much about it. Let me just have a look in the bottom of the box here. There are bees on the wall of the box. There's bees with pollen on their pollen sacs. But I'm not seeing a queen. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give them the resources. So I'm leaving these frames in here, and I'm going to give them some frames out of this box. And I might actually see if I can find some eggs, a box with eggs on from one of the other hives. Oh, that's heavy. Oh yeah, that's heavy. So that's a nice frame of comb there. Okay, I'm actually going to get a tote. So every frame that I take from them, I'm going to get the bees off and put it into the tote. Honey and nectar. I'll put that to the outside. I need 2 more frames. I'll give them this one. We need 1 more frame. We'll give them this one. Okay, so these are the frames. Ooh. Just going to put these in a tote. Okay. And the last frame, which has got nothing on it. It's got comb, open comb, but that's all, just open comb on that frame. And then the bees in the top box. Yeah, they're getting quite loud now. They're upset with me. That's okay. They'll figure it out. Hopefully, with any luck, they have a queen. With any luck, they got a queen, and they can. She can get mated and start laying. But we'll have to wait and see. And that's that hive, hive number 3. So I've got a frame with eggs here, and like I said before, in case these girls need, if they haven't got a queen, if they know they haven't got a queen, they'll draw it out. So I'm going to take this frame, if I can get it out. Which is just honey and open comb. I'm going to give that to these girls. And I'm going to give these girls, let me just make sure there's no queen on there. Lots and lots of eggs on this frame, both sides. Make absolute sure the queen is not on this frame. She's not. And I'm going to give that to them. So, long X right there, 1, 2, 3, 4th frame in. I've given them some eggs. That will help with their brood, help with their population, and if they need a queen, they can start drawing one out immediately. If they don't need a queen, then they won't do that.